You guys are never going to guess what we got today unless you saw the thumbnail or you read the title or the description or even just see what's on the bench. But if you don't do any of those things, you guys are in for a surprise.
Welcome to CK4RC.
Welcome back to the channel. I'm Chaz. This is CK4RC, and we are back with a new release from Hobby Plus to wrap up 2025. We have the Arktos version 1.5. So we're not going to waste any time. We're going to dive right into it. But first of all, look at the packaging here. Packaging is just so well done. Get that out of the way. And then already, right off the bat, we've got this, man, what is this? It's a 3, 4, 5, 6 channel FlySky remote. I love this radio. Like I said, 6 channels. You got the thumb control up here for the winch. You got the turning and the burning. Channels 3 and 4 right here. One of those is going to control the lights. The other one, I'm not sure if it does much of anything. And you've got channel 6 for the 2-speed manual gearbox. And then, of course, underneath, that's where they keep all the dip switches and the knobs and the buttons for the reverses and the dual rates and the trims. All that stuff, that's in there. So, love the transmitter. And then, of course, you've got all the good stuff, and, I mean, everybody knows what it comes with. You've got some sway bars in there, anti-roll bars, whatever you want to call those. You have to attach those yourself if you want. It just adds a little bit of side stability, so it doesn't tip quite as much. Just depends on your preference, I suppose. And then, look at this. Look at this. The Arktos 6x6 V1.5 looks very similar to V1, very familiar, and that is not a bad thing. So first of all, we'll go over the returning features that we all know and loved and what made the Arktos version 1 such a massive hit in 2024 when it was first released. So we do have big bore oil shocks, threaded, so you can adjust ride height and preload and all that stuff. So big bore oil shocks all the way around. You do have portal axles, of course, with metal gears in there. That's what the P stands for, and CR18P stands for portal. So you got that. You've got a true 4-link suspension on all 3 axles. Metal chassis frame rails, of course. That's also pretty standard. You got the 1.3 bead locks with the Hobby Plus, the super soft compound. I really like their stock RTR tires. They really are just good. You've got the collapsible foldable mirrors, the molded details with the bumper and the windshield wipers, and the visor up here looks awesome with the light bar, of course. Of course, the mirrors do mirror things, so that's pretty awesome as well. The flatbed, of course, you've got the rails that slide down. You have the adjustable wheel chocks right here, so you can adjust it to whatever width or size you need for whatever rig you're towing on here. Of course, it has the stowaway ramps to be able to pull out and load up whatever vehicle you're loading up and pull it right up on top of the bed there with the functional winch. None of the good stuff has disappeared. And it also has the full light package that we all love with the light bar, the headlights, the fog lights, the bed rail lights, the tail lights, full light package. So all of the returning features that we know and love from the Arktos 6x6 V1. Now let's get into what's new. First of all, a couple of aesthetic updates. So first of all, you're going to notice the black beadlock wheels instead of like the chrome silver look. We've got black, so it's just got a little bit more of a industrial kind of look to match the type of vehicle that it is. And then we've got 2 new colors. We have this green color that, honestly, this one's my favorite. And then they also have a sand yellow color. And some of the pictures online make it look more like a lemon yellow. It's really not that bright. It is a true sand color, very similar to the sand yellow color they have for their T-Hunter body. So if you're familiar with that, it's about that same color. Now down here, of course, we have the clipless body system. You just pull those tabs, the cab flips open, and one of the biggest differences of the 1.5, the whole reason that this is a 1.5 is not necessarily because of the battery, but the battery does come with an XT30 connector. They have updated their connectors, but it also comes with an adapter from the XT30 to the Molex, I think Molex 2.0 or something. So you do have connection options. I like that a lot. But then this is the refresh. This is the upgrade. And this is what Hobby Plus is doing that I absolutely love, that sets them apart from the rest of the industry. They have included their new 2-in-1 ESC receiver combo that is compatible and ready to drop in plug and play brushless systems. So you can upgrade your electronics. You do not have to swap out the transmitter. You can stick with the stock remote and keep all of your functions, all of the features and the functions right where they're supposed to be, right where you want them, with the thumb control for the winch, the light buttons up here, the 2-speed transmission. You don't have to sacrifice any of that, and you can still use this. I really love this FlySky transmitter. I wish it had a foam wheel. That's my biggest complaint about that. Really my only complaint about this transmitter. It is so good. But that is what the 1.5 is all about for this Arktos refresh. These electronics that are drop-in ready for brushless systems. Now, I'm not going to do a full performance test of the Arktos 1.5 because it is, for all intents and purposes, the same as the Arktos version 1. So I don't need to do a big performance test or anything like that. Now, I am going to get a couple crawler tracks obstacles. I am going to just drive it around just a little bit because it's an RC, and I'm not going to pass up a chance to drive an RC and play with a new release. So I will get some things out and set up the bench here, and I'll come back. We'll get some cool footage is what we'll do, and then I will wrap up with the goods and the bads, the pros and the cons for the Hobby Plus Arktos 6x6 V1.5. Well, first up, we'll do a quick run on the broken bridge just because I really like this obstacle. And of course, I've got the full light setup on because the Arktos is just so cool with all the lights on. Now, I've never run this obstacle with my first Arktos, so I'm really curious to see where the tip over point's going to be on here. Oh, wow. Oh, and it handled the drop down like a boss, but I mean, to be fair, like there wasn't like a huge gap right there for it to like slam down and take a tumble or anything else. So that makes a lot of sense, really. I love it. Oh, it's so good. All right, well, we really need to test the rescue aspect of this rig. Now, what do we do if we have a Tacoma that has died on the trail? Well, first of all, you got to turn on the flashers because we're in rescue mode, and then we're going to have to do a little bit of crawling to get where the Tacoma is. But I need the wave to sit still. There we go. Let the Arktos just handle its business. Oh man, it's just unstoppable. This thing is just so good. There's always tires touching the ground. All right, so then we've got to get back to the truck somehow. That way we can actually rescue it. So we want to get back here. We need to get a good angle on the bed to be able to winch it on up. And I think this is probably just going to have to be about as good of a winching angle as we're going to get here. So what we'll do, get a little bit of a better angle is what we'll do. Yeah, I'm cheating. I mean, it's fine. Listen, it's fine. It's my channel. I do what I want. All right, well, first of all, we're going to need to get some ramps out, because you're not going to pull a truck up onto a flatbed without having some ramps out. And then next thing, we're going to need the winch. And by the way, it is proportional winch control, so if you push it just a little bit, it goes slow. Push it all the way and it goes faster. All right, we've got it hooked up. Get a little bit of pull going on here. The truck is not, must have left it in park instead of in neutral, but the winch is still putting in work. And look at that, just up over the wheel chocks, right into place, and get the ramps back in here. And now we are ready to roll and get this Tacoma off the trail. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Now that brings us to the goods and the bads of the Hobby Plus Arktos version 1.5. We'll start off with the things that I would like to see have done a little bit differently. For having a refresh, I would like to see just a little bit more difference between the V1 and the V1.5. And I get that's why it's a 1.5 and it's not a V2. That makes total sense. I completely get that. But I would just like to see a little bit more of a difference. So with all of that, that's really all I have to say. That's a con for this thing. The Arktos version 1 was just such a great truck, and this is just more of that. So I really don't have a lot to complain about. I mean, yes, there's the slop in the drivetrain, and Hobby Plus, that's a known issue with their axles to portal gears and the two-speed transmission. It does leave a lot of slop in the driveline. So that is a known issue that is still present. Those are really my main complaints. Now, the goods, there are so many. A lot of them are repeats because this is more of the same truck. So, first of all, this transmitter, it's the same one that comes with the V1, but it is a huge plus for me. I absolutely love it. And then also, so it works on 4 AA batteries, but you can also plug in right there. You can plug in a 2S LiPo and run it off of a LiPo, so that way you're not having to go through so many alkaline batteries or having to worry about rechargeable batteries or things like that. You can just plug in a battery pack and be good to go. So, love this transmitter. Absolutely awesome. As far as all of the features of the truck, I've already gone through all that. The lighting is awesome. I love the new color, this green. So I have the blue one in the first version, and I love that blue. This green is really awesome too. The light package, awesome. The tires, for RTR tires, I love Hobby Plus's tire compound. It's just so soft and grippy, and I just really like their RTR tires. So those are also a plus for me. Obviously, the wheel chocks up here to lock in a vehicle being adjustable, that's just a really nice minor detail, but just such an awesome touch. The fold down bed rails, so that way you can have a little bit more surface area if you're trying to haul a wide rig. That is also awesome. The hideaway ramps, of course, those are just perfect. There's not much to dislike about this truck. And on top of all that, as far as the 1.5 goes, the new electronics, they're just brilliant. Having these electronics, the stock RTR electronics, compatible and capable to just drop in a brushless system without having to redo the transmitter and everything that goes along with that, that is such a good, smart choice from Hobby Plus. I absolutely love that. That was also, they included that in their Spec B 124 scale buggy as well. And it's just such a smart feature. As far as the black beadlock wheels go instead of the silver kind of chromed out plastic ones. It just depends on your personal preference. I'm not really picky either way. I think that they're both fine. So the different color bead locks, I know some people say that the Hobby Plus wheels make it look a little toy grade because of the way that they do their wheel colors and things like that. And so I think that had a little bit to do with why they went with the black. Honestly, I like the black because it just gives more of an industrial look, which fits the theme of the vehicle. But the silver ones that were on the V1, I'm fine with those too. So really, no complaints there. And then, of course, the functional winch that comes stock with it as well. And with it being proportional, it's just so cool. The Arktos is just, it's its own class of vehicle, and Hobby Plus has crushed it with this truck. So, end result, do you need to run out and get a 1.5? Well, there's a couple different answers to that. If you have the V1, you don't have to drop what you're doing and go out and run and get a 1.5. The V1, the V1.5, they function the same. The biggest difference, I've already touched on it a couple times, is the upgradability with the electronics in the 1.5. That is an excellent feature. If you already have the V1, there's no need to run out immediately and grab the 1.5. But if you don't have the V1, what are you waiting for? This right here is what you need to get. The 1.5, it comes in at the same price as the V1, $199.99. So it is a direct replacement as far as the consumer is concerned. So same price point, and you get the updated electronics. So if you don't have an Arktos yet, you should have one in your fleet. They're so good. They are so fun and just so different. And so the 1.5 being the same price as the V1, but with the updated electronics, that's a no-brainer. Absolutely go with the 1.5, and it is absolutely worth having in your fleet. So that's my verdict, the pros, the cons, the goods, the bads, the overall overview of the new Arktos 6x6 version 1.5 from Hobby Plus. They're killing it. They are staying ahead of the industry. They're setting the market with what they're doing. I could not be a bigger fan of Hobby Plus. They're just doing it right. So Hobby Plus, keep up the great work. Keep up the awesome releases. We're here for it. So that's what I've got for you today. Hit that quadfecta for me before you go. Like, subscribe, comment, and share, and then also hype. Make sure you hit that hype button. Let's do that. I don't even know what it does, but let's do it right there. So I'm going to have to change that to quintfecta. What? I don't even know what to call it. Whatever. Keep doing RC stuff. I'll see you next time. Big time thank you to my members and channel partners, and if you would like to join the ranks, click on that join button for exclusive content, never before seen videos, early access to videos, and other exclusive content, pictures, polls, and having an active voice in what comes next on the channel. So appreciate the support. Click on that join button, and thank you so much to the channel members.